If you want to create a perfect interior design mood board that looks professional, appealing, and creative, this video is for you. Have you ever been so overwhelmed with trying to create a good mood board that it's left you frozen like a deer in the headlights? It can be such a daunting task, but today I'm going to show you how to make your beautiful mood boards look amazing with the Canva app. You will discover all the different types of interior design mood boards and be shown when to use them so that your clients are truly amazed and can't stop recommending you to others. By the end of this video, you will be ready to assemble beautiful and professional looking interior design mood boards. Not forgetting, you can download all the materials to practice this exercise, as well as get the ultimate mood board checklist for interior designers for free if you watch this video until the end. Do subscribe to my Burgiel channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on the latest insider interior design advice. Okay, let's go. An interior design mood board illustrates the concept for a particular project, most commonly a single room or sometimes even an entire apartment. Typically, it's a collage of furniture images. It may also contain other interior design inspiration photos, abstract images, finishes, wall colors, etc. Depending on how busy the room is, you can use different mood board types. Interior design mood board type number 1, the grid mood board. It contains only images side by side like this. This mood board is usually accompanied by a separate finishes board with all your material samples, which is another tool that interior designers use very often. You can also do the grid mood board by hand as well. The grid mood board is very useful for busier design concept with many different elements. You also want to use it when preparing the very first mood board your client sees. It's usually called the look and feel mood board, which shows the direction of your project. Interior design mood board type number 2. This is the one where you mix furniture photos with finishes. Here are some examples. Clients love these because they really explain the concept well on one page. It's suitable for rooms that don't have too many items or decor, otherwise the mood board will look too busy. Next, we have interior design mood board type number 3, the room illustration. It's slightly more advanced and we'll create one step by step shortly. Here are some examples. As you can see, you get all the different styles. These illustrations are extremely popular when you plan to work from home and sell e-design packages to clients. In the description, there is a link to the video about the e-design business model, should you want to know more. Back to these illustrations. They are much quicker to do than 3D visuals and are often better quality. The most common software to do this type of interior design mood board is Canva. It's super easy and quick to use. There are other softwares you might also need to use, especially if you want to do more advanced things such as adjusting the perspective on your illustrations or facilitating your employer's demands. I'll talk about that later in this video. Now, let's do our mood board. First of all, decide on the basics. You need to know which room you're designing. In this example, we'll do a bedroom. Also, which style you're going to design it in. We are going to do this mood board in the Scandi style. Furthermore, you will also need to find a set of good quality images of the products you are going to include in your interior design mood board. So let's start with that. Firstly, we need to find the main biggest item, the bed. It's best if we choose a view from the front, which is not easy as most beds are photographed from the side like this. And a view from the front like this one would be perfect, or this one is good as well. I'll go ahead and click on this one. I'm choosing the bed from Monologue London showroom, but it's important you choose furniture that can be delivered to your project address. So you can usually right-click on an image and save image as, and save it on your computer. But sometimes it saves in the wrong format and we can't work with it. So if you experience issues with an image, simply screenshot the image. Screenshotting is different on different computers, so just Google how to screenshot on and insert the name of your computer. I'm using a Mac computer, so I do Shift Command 4 and then I can simply screenshot the image. For the other furniture, I like to go to H&M Home, for example, and choose an image with the best view of the item, like this one. Save all your images, for example, on your desktop. I also like to visit Zara Home for good images. When you're creating the interior design mood board, it's important to select the images where the furniture is shown in the right perspective. So look at your main item, for example, this bed, and choose other furniture that has similar perspective, which means it's just photographed from the same angle. For example, this picture would be wrong because it's photographed from the top. So we need to look for something more like that. This picture will be perfect. Save all the images in one folder like this. You will be able to download all the images under this video if you want to practice this exercise. Once you're done with your selection, go to canva.com where you'll need to open a Canva account if you haven't already. Your Canva might look a little bit different than mine, depending on when you're doing this and on which device. Start with creating a new design, and ideally the one that will match the size of your client presentation. So look for the presentation template. The most common sizes are the two horizontal ones, the 16:9 and 4:3. They're quite similar shape, but the 16:9 is better if you're mostly only showing your presentation on a device screen, and the 4:3 is a better proportion if, apart from showing it on screen, you're likely to print your presentation as well. You can obviously create a custom size depending on your specific printer. Click the custom size here, and for example, if you're in North America, you can input the letter size paper, which is 11 by 8.5 inches. Or if you're located outside of North America, your printer size will most likely be A4 size. You need to change this to millimeters, and this would be 297 millimeters by 210 millimeters. I'll choose the presentation 4:3 template for my interior design mood board. You should see an empty page just like that. You can name your design. And then let's start with the biggest item in the room, which is the bed. Simply drag it on top of the page, just like that. You can resize it a little bit, move it to the center. When your image is perfectly in the middle, you will see a pink line. Now, if we want to add the wall behind it, also just drag it on your page resize it a little bit. And now move it behind the bed, right click on the image, hit layer and send to back. But as you can see now, this background behind the bed doesn't look right. We need to cut it out. And Canva has the perfect feature to remove this background. However, it's only available with the paid plan, which I highly recommend. All you have to do is click on the image, edit photo, and then click the background remover. And just like that, the background got removed. We can then move our bed. Then I want to make the shadow on the wall a bit more delicate and change the wall color a little bit as well, which all you have to do is click on the image, then edit photo, and choose one of the filters. I like the Bali one. Yes, that's perfect. I also want to adjust the color of the bed a little bit. So I need to click on it, edit photo, adjust, and you can play with all the available adjustments here. Next, we want to add this slatted detail to our interior design mood board. So all I have to do is drag this image over here, then crop it, adjust the size. If I right click on it, select layer and send backwards, it will move it down. Then right click, duplicate it and move it over here. This time to adjust the layers, we can actually move the bed to the front. So right click on it, layer, bring to front. Perfect. Next, we need the flooring. Unfortunately, Canva does not have a feature which would change the perspective of this floor. This can only be done in Photoshop, which I teach in my courses. But here we can simply duplicate the layer. You can actually select it, right click on it and group. And again, right click on it and send it to back. Layer, send to back, so it's behind the wall as well. And now we need a nice rug. Sometimes we can find rugs even inside Canva that are in fact in perspective, because majority of the photos of rugs will be photographed from the top, which is not very useful because it doesn't look good here. So sometimes if you go to elements and search for a rug, but sometimes you can find perspective views like this, which is perfect for our drawing. We can edit the look of that, make it a little bit lighter by clicking this button here, edit photo. Play with all these here. And then move the bed to the front like we did previously. Bring to front. There you go. It's really starting to take shape. Now we need to add the rest of the furniture to complete our interior design mood board. And also, if you want to flip an element, we can do that here by clicking this button over here and flip horizontal. It will flip this way. Duplicate it. Sometimes you will need to hit the background remover again. Bring the bed to front. And then we can simply just add the rest of the furniture. And this is a good example where I need to erase a little bit. So all I have to do is click on the background remover again, make the brush size smaller and simply erase this part. And there you go, you have your beautiful mood board, which you can now save and use anywhere you want. All you have to do is click share, download. Usually I save it as a JPEG and download. This will get downloaded onto your computer. To do the interior design mood board I've just shown you, simply use the same photos I've used and create the exact same mood board to familiarize yourself with this process. Also, download this handy PDF called the Ultimate Mood Board Checklist for Interior Designers in the link below this video. When you're done with your mood board, post it on Instagram and tag me in it. I can't wait to see what you have done. So you know, creating this interior design mood board is just the tip of the iceberg. As shown in the mood board, we haven't actually added the right and left walls. On top of that, the floor is not in the perspective view. Sometimes you really need to do this, like in this view you see here. The left and right walls, the floor and the rug are all in the correct perspective. So to do this, you need to use the more advanced software, Photoshop. Until Canva facilitates this issue, Photoshop has more flexibility to adjust the perspective. If you're interested in this or want to know how to change furniture colors or create the shadows underneath furniture for a more realistic effect, this is taught in detail in my courses. The link is down below. It's a good idea to learn this, especially if you're looking to get employed at an interior design firm. Like I mentioned previously, you can do an interior design mood board by hand, just like this, or via computer software. If you do it by hand first, it tends to heighten your creativity. How? Simply by removing the other distractions a computer can bring and avoiding the software that designs it for you. Especially now with AI making all the designs look similar, so therefore it runs the risk of being, quite frankly, boring. When you're alone with the printed images and real-life samples of finishes, you can be extremely unique in your designing process. So why not dare to be different? This is not only making you more creative, but it also gives you the perfect behind-the-scenes social media footage, for example. Some prefer to skip this part entirely and hop straight to the software part. Obviously, that's their choice, and different people create their interior design mood boards in different ways. There is no hard and fast rule to this. Now, videos like this and others may make interior design mood boards look so easy to do. Yet, when you try it out with your own design, the results aren't so good at first, right? Things like the furniture doesn't seem to match, it looks out of place, and so on. Why? Because these videos only show the process of putting all the images together. What they don't show you is how to choose the right furniture, colors, and finishes in the first place to make a coherent interior design mood board. For this, you will need to know things such as the rule of one, for example, which designers use to streamline the process. It's a framework that helps you to make sure every room you design looks great and cohesive every single time. If you're interested in learning about the rule of one, how I design this particular project, and this one step by step, as well as other topics such as finishes boards, floor plans, elevations, entire project presentations, your branding, and even 3D sketches. Check out the links to my courses below. So all that's left for me to say is thank you so much for watching my video about the interior design mood boards. Remember to download your free PDF in the link below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.